Hey, thank you for listening to the Jack Vale Show or watching it or whatever the case may be. This is your host, Jack Vale.
And
with
Madysyn.
His co-host. That's right. Madysyn. And today we're going to do something really, really fun. And I swear there are guests coming up, and we can't wait to
introduce you
to have them here. But there's also some crazy stuff that kind of goes on in the world, I discovered. And some people started sending me these links, and I thought, we got to do a whole show about crazy stuff that goes on.
Did you tweet about it or something?
No, but people sent me, because, I'm on this Community app. Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay, Community is this app. This is not a sponsorship, by the way. Community is this app where people can text you. And so it's like text Jack Vale,
yeah,
right? And
you told me about that.
Okay, so I think about a little over 3,000 people that signed up for these text messages. And so what's really cool about it, though, is I actually go on there and I read these text messages and I respond to people all the time. Not all the time, a lot of the time. And but they'll send me like links to things all the time. And somebody sent me this crazy story. And then there was another crazy story, and I was like, there's weird crap going on in the world. And so I thought it'd be a fun thing to talk about that. And also, something that we never talk about here is we are on everything. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, we're everywhere. And it's so easy to find us because we were able to get the handle, The Jack Vale Show, on everything.
Are we on TikTok?
We are on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
The Jack Vale Show. We are on Facebook at The Jack Vale Show. Instagram, what do you think the message is? What do you say?
I don't know. It could go either way. I don't know.
What do you say? The Jack Vale Show. I didn't mean message, by the way. Sometimes I speak words and the right ones.
And they make no sense.
The right ones don't come out. Like when my grandma had Alzheimer's. Okay. That was it was the early stages.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's when you first notice there might be a problem.
Okay.
Okay, I have a very, very, very good story to tell you.
Okay.
I'm not sure how to bring this one up. It's so bizarre. Snake's head, okay? A snake's head found in meal on budget airline flight. A snake head.
Just the head?
Just the head. And I'm going to do you a big fat favor and show you the picture.
Is that really what that is, though?
That is a snake head.
That's horrible.
Confirmed.
You said on an airline?
Yeah, now the caption is whoops, what happened? I'm going to read you the caption. You ready?
Okay.
The caption is, a gruesome video shows how a severed snake head somehow ended up in an in-flight meal on an airline. The clearly recognizable face with eyes was filmed glistening on a meal tray by a steward. The fact that when they did the article, they said it's filmed glistening.
Glistening.
It's glistening, as if it has some kind of appeal to it, you know?
At least it was pretty.
That's right. Glistening in the sun.
That's horrible.
I know.
And how did no one notice before they gave them the dish? And what was the dish?
It looks like they have eaten off of the plane for a while before they discovered it. It happened on a Thursday. Who cares?
I was wondering about that this whole time. I was like, but what day was it?
That was the big question. Yeah, because that's dependent on a lot of things. Sun Express flight from in Turkey, going from Turkey to Germany. Sun Express told flight website 1 Mile at a Time, it is our top priority that the services we provide to our guests on our aircraft are of the highest quality and that both our guests and employees have a comfortable and safe flight experience. I don't buy it.
That's what they said about in response?
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with it.
Well, they're continuing to.
Oh.
There's more to say.
Okay.
But that's how these companies always start out their big thing.
Of course.
We're very concerned about this incident. It is our opinion that we bend over backwards to serve the people. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, you're talking about a snake head in your omelet.
Yeah.
The allegations and shares in the press regarding in-flight food service are absolutely unacceptable, and a detailed investigation has been initiated on the subject. How do you... So they're going to do an investigation. I really need to follow this story to find out what they find out. Like, where did this snake
They
come
probably
from?
don't even follow up. They probably just let it go.
I wonder
Because who's gonna look it up later and be like, did they ever figure that out? I feel
Me.
like, well, yeah, I guess so.
because I want to know the end of the story.
The real issue is that someone ordered a dish on an airplane.
What? What?
Food.
Oh, yeah, that's the real story? Is somebody ordered food on an airplane? Why is that a story?
It's disgusting as it is. Of course, a snake is gonna be in your food.
I
It's
got
an
it.
airplane food. What do you?
Of course. Of course a snake is going to be in your food. It's airplane food. A lot of things you could say that. Hospital, cafeteria food.
Exactly.
But where's the rest of the snake? I mean, the head is like that part. Where's the rest of the snake? The rest of it exists somewhere.
Yeah, in the other containers of
Someone
whatever
else.
they were making.
Someone else's pasta, and they didn't know, and they ate it.
Yeah. Did you ever figure out what the dish was? I'm
You
really
want to
curious.
know? Boy, not only what day of the week it was, or the fact that somebody
wanna
ordered
know
food
the
there to begin
entree.
with. Yeah, we want to know what the food was.
And would snake go well
with what else?
what it was?
there? That's a good point. It does. It is the same color as like
It
the spinach
is.
on there or something.
It looks,
There's like something else
yeah,
on there.
it looks like what? Like you think eggs and spinach?
It kind of it looks gross, whatever it is. But they said the snake head must have been added to the meal after they prepared it.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, that's what it
Wait.
says right there. That's what they said.
Must have been added. Like someone
After
decided
they prepared it. So meaning that somebody just was like, yeah, I know what would go well with this.
Maybe it was fake.
or
Maybe
are
it was
they-
like a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's like
Yeah.
a fake head and
Yeah.
his buddy put it in the food or something.
It could be. Maybe they were trying to get like a free meal or a free flight.
Yeah, true.
He's like, I got this. I mean, I'm here with this snake head in my pocket.
Yeah.
I got a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
There's a movie called Snakes on a Plane with Samuel L. Jackson. Do you ever remember hearing about that?
No.
Maybe that's something like that was going on. Somebody shot it and cut its head off. And
I know nothing about that.
Sun Express Airlines it was before your time.
Okay.
Sun Express Airlines is a valuable client in our country and a popular airline in Europe, which recently decided to further expand its fleet and route network, they said in a statement. They again announced a tender for catering services on board. They again announced a tender for catering services on board. The real question was the snake, how tender was the snake head? We did
How's
not
it
use
cooked?
we did not use any of the foreign objects that were supposedly in the food when cooking due to the technical and thermal conditions used in the in-flight catering facilities. So that's why they think that it was the snake head was
Placed
added
there?
later. Yeah, it was placed there. Who would do
Ew.
that?
I don't know.
The food comes from the flight crew.
Yeah.
So
Maybe he just really didn't. Maybe that guy was just not nice.
yeah, maybe.
And so the flight attendant was like, snake in your food.
He was causing problems the whole
Yeah,
flight.
you're being
Probably
annoying, snake in
picking
your
up
food.
on the stewardesses and whatnot, being rude and disrespectful.
You never know.
This guy deserves a snake head. Ready for this one?
Yes.
Okay, this is a good one.
Okay.
Foot in shoe
Oh.
found.
Well, at first I was like, oh, what? Is the foot going to be in a shoe? That's okay.
It's in a shoe. Wait, that's totally normal, actually.
Keep going.
Foot in shoe found at Yellowstone in the hot spring.
Oh,
It is
just the foot in
just
the
the
shoe.
foot. Yeah, no person attached. You want to see a picture
So
of it?
scary.
I don't have one.
Oh, why not?
Oh, you did want to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You're awesome. Part of a human foot was discovered floating inside a shoe in a hot spring at Yellowstone National Park. It's really not a funny story. The person that the foot belongs to exists somewhere, I would think.
Yeah.
What's weird though is this is like, where's the rest of the person for the shoe? This wasn't a shark attack. This was at Yellowstone.
Yeah. He just abandoned his foot.
Yeah, it's like that movie with James Franco. Did you ever see it? Chris, what's that movie called with James Franco where he's like a rock climber? It's like 187 or something like that. It's that movie. I don't know the number, but you're kidding me.
Never heard of it.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to look it up.
Okay. He just abandoned his own foot.
Yes.
Where was it? In Hot Springs?
Rock. Look, I'm going to look it up. James Franco rock movie. People listening are like, I know exactly what that is. I said 187. It's 127 hours. I was close. It's one number
127 hours?
off. 127 hours. You've never seen it?
No, never seen it.
It's incredible. The whole movie is him. He's in a place where he has to like try to escape and get out, and he's stuck there and can't move because he's between these rocks.
I did see that.
He did see it.
Yes.
Hard to watch.
But it was just a long time ago.
Really hard to watch this movie.
I do remember that.
Do you remember watching it, cringing the whole time?
Yes.
Being like, oh, he has to cut his arm off?
Yes.
Yes, yes. So maybe it was that kind of a situation. I don't really know.
He just had to, well.
The foot was still inside a shoe floating in the Abyss Pool located near the West Thumb Geyser Basin. The basin and its parking lot were temporarily closed on Tuesday following the startling discovery made by a park employee. Abyss Pool, just west of the West Thumb of Yellowstone Lake, is 53 feet deep with a temperature of about 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh. Park officials said it's located on the south side of the Southern Loop. They launched an investigation. Here we go with the investigation. Got to do an investigation on these. Into the discovery, though it's believed the foot is linked to a July 31 death that took place inside of the park.
Oh, that's sad.
You know what? It could have been like an animal attack or something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the foot, Yeah, this is not really a happy story.
No, that was unfortunate.
Oh, listen to this. At least 22 people have died from a hot spring-related injury in the national park since 1890. Well, that's a long time, though.
Yeah, that is a long time.
But, from a hot spring-related injury.
Are those the things that just go...
Yeah. 140 degrees is pretty hardcore, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 140 degrees?
Yeah, it is. That's
sure
a lot.
It is. I will...
Hot spring is not a geyser.
Oh, that's not what it is?
What did I say? I said it was?
No, I asked if it was that thing, but you said it wasn't.
Well, it is. It's there, I think. But no, the hot spring is just like bodies of natural water that's warm, right? Okay, but hot.
Aren't those there too?
Yeah. I think there's geysers at Yellowstone.
I just picture that when.
Yeah. Well, do you prefer your hot tubs hot, or like
not
not
140 degrees hot?
No, that's not a hot. I wouldn't either. But Mom likes it really, really hot. And I won't get in. And when she does it, she'll do 104 degrees. It's stupid hot.
That's crazy.
And I'll burn myself getting into that. So imagine 35 degrees hotter than that.
Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah, that's not good. 22 people died out of 4 million visitors flock to Yellowstone each year.
Oh, that was in Yellowstone? I want to go there so bad.
The park, which spans over parts of Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, had to close for the first time in decades earlier this summer due to historic flooding that left severe damage.
Oh,
that's a
sad.
piece of information that has zero to do with the story. I just noticed.
That's okay. That's interesting to know.
That's how they end the story.
Oh, that's in the same article.
Yeah. By the way, we got flooded recently.
We're closed.
Yeah.
Well, that's a sad story.
It's a terrible story.
Imagine being the one to find it.
Okay, this is not... I'm going to get into the weird, more stupid weird stories in a second. Did you see the story with these 3 police officers? I don't even know if I want to talk about this. This is not a happy story, but I'm going to say it because it's in the news. There's going to be another investigation about this whole thing. Did you see the viral video recently? These 3 cops in where were they? They were just beating up this guy. It was not race was not a fact. Everybody was white, including the victim. It wasn't a race thing, but they were just brutally attacking this guy, and they caught it on video, and it looked terrible. I saw this thing and I couldn't believe it. And then that was one of the stories that somebody had sent me,
Oh, that is so
You
sad.
don't even know what I'm talking about?
No, I
so
did
we
not
can't
see
really
that.
have an intelligent conversation about it. It's
I didn't see that.
it had come out now. They're talking about there's more footage or something. They apparently this is. It turned out that this is. I don't want to say too much about this, but the victim who they were beating up ended up. He was from Vegas or something, and possibly part of a gang related thing or something. Anyway, he showed up to these cops and threw one of them on the ground and started punching him in the face. That's how
He
the whole
started
thing.
it?
That's how the whole thing started. And the next thing you know, all 3 officers rushed him and started attacking him. So there's more. That's why investigations are very, very important, because you want to know, how did the snakehead get there?
But still, when you think about it, I don't know. That's still.
Once you get somebody down, stop it.
Yeah.
You got him down. There's 3 of you,
At
one of
that
him.
point,
Stop.
I've just seen so many stories about cops like that abusing their
I
power,
know.
and it's horrible.
I know. They all got suspended
That's good.
until
They should get fired.
the further investigation. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Mom is fuming because her girl's, quote, hot pants. Do you know what that is?
Hot pants?
Hot pants?
No.
Okay. Were deemed appropriate or what? Oh, weren't. Sorry, I read it wrong. Mom is fuming because her daughter's hot pants weren't deemed appropriate for PE lesson.
Okay.
Okay. So
What do they look like?
So here's the picture.
Okay.
Okay. They're
spandex?
apparently over there they call them
Exercise
hot
shorts?
pants, but they're like spandex. They're exercise shorts. Exactly.
Yeah.
They're like what mom would wear.
Like leggings
going to
with
the-
shorts.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Let me see. A mom has accused her daughter's school of sexualizing her over her choice of shorts for a PE lesson. What was funny about this? Why did I put this in here? This is not funny. This is just, I wanted to ask you your opinion about this, because I was
okay.
reading some of the article. It says, the 11-year-old was told her clothes looked like hot pants. I don't know if this is even a term that we use over here. This happened in England.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe in the UK.
I wonder.
Yeah, something happened over
Let me
there.
just look that up.
Okay. Let's see. They look like hot pants. When she went to Magnus Church of England Academy in Newark, Nottinghamshire, they have some long names for stuff over there,
Yeah.
on Tuesday. Children had been allowed to wear their sports kit. Again, they called it a sports kit. The way they speak over there is very different, isn't
Oh,
it?
sports kit.
It's my child's sports kit.
It just says hot pants are extremely short shorts. Extremely short, tight shorts.
Okay, got
That's
it.
what it says.
Okay, for the day because of the record-breaking heat wave. So they were having a heat wave.
Okay.
But some were found to have pushed the boundaries way too far.
Okay.
In total, 50 kids were sent home.
50 kids were sent home.
That makes me wonder. If 50 kids were sent home for wearing these so-called hot pants, to me that means probably all these kids were just trying to stay cool,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
So what do you do when you have a dress code at a place like this? Because here's
Even
what
from the picture, it didn't
looked like
that didn't
anything
look-
abnormal, right?
no.
Yeah, me neither.
Not at all.
But the mother, who does not want her name to be out there, said it's creepy to be sexualizing 11-year-old girls like this.
It is.
Okay, that's what I
really
wanted your
is.
opinion on.
Yeah, that's I don't know. It's also hard because you have to draw the line somewhere, but there are a lot of dress codes and stuff like that are just sexualizing children. And it's you can't wear spaghetti strap tank tops because you'll distract other people, you'll distract other students. That when
What's
they're
that?
so
What is
young,
a spaghetti? What is that?
it's just
the little strap?
The strap tank tops, yeah. There's just the little strap tank tops.
How is that distracting? What do they mean by that?
You can't show your shoulders. That's distracting
Shoulders,
to the boys
wow.
or to that's what. And you're told that since you're so young, 11. No one's. I don't know. I think it's crazy, but there also are really creepy people out there that unfortunately, like you do have to, like people are going to think that way, like because there's creepy people out there, so you do have to like protect your children, of course. But I don't know.
Pedophiles are everywhere, and I think from the standpoint of parents, I got to tell you, that's a tough call sometimes because parents are like, you're in a way like these people are like protecting the kids with the uniform thing and kind of making sure that's inappropriate or whatever, right? Because they know that these people are out there. Then on the other hand, the mom's point is they're sexualizing the kids by even making it a thing at all.
Right, exactly.
Because she's 11.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you see both sides, or are you lean more towards? Because I'm not.
I see both sides, really. I think it's hard.
I think there's more creepy people in the world today. Do you think there's more creepy people in the world than there's ever been before, or do you think they're just because
probably because of the internet?
Yeah, twisting people's minds and stuff. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm not going to get into more of that story, but it goes on and on and on. Believe it or not.
Man, I do see where that mom is coming from. Definitely.
I like this one. Drunk one-man protest after not being let into room ended when he got the wrong hotel. It's a terrible title. Let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
The unidentified man was approached by police who escorted him to the right hotel. So this guy, a drunk man, shows up at a hotel, totally wasted out of his mind, and demands that he gets to go into his room.
Of course.
He's not at the right hotel. So he protests by laying down on the outside of I'll show you the picture. There he is laying there. You can see authority has surrounded him to try to get him up.
Yeah.
A drunk man who lay down in front of a hotel in protest because staff would not let him into his room was moved on by police because he had the wrong hotel. Police responded to reports of an intoxicated man lying in protest on the pavement outside of the Premier Inn in the early hours of Sunday morning. In protest against being refused what he thought was his room, the man decided to lie down on the pavement outside the hotel until he was stopped by the police. They then helped him to his correct hotel nearby. It is not known which hotel. Who cares? But they have at least 5. Oh, so it was the same brand hotel, it sounds like.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's something like that.
It wasn't too far off.
Police tweeted, officers have dealt with an intoxicated man who was trying to gain entry to a hotel where he didn't have a booking. This is why you don't drink. Because you show up at the wrong hotel and laying in the gutter in the front of it.
He's standing up for himself. Good for him.
Wow. You're on the side of the drunk man.
That's funny.
Ooh, I like this one. Idaho man inflates 10 balloons in 60 minutes.
I have a question.
Okay.
What do they call people from Idaho? Like Idahoians? What do they call them? Idahans? I'm an Idahoian.
Idahoan? Idahoan? That almost sounds like Native American or something.
I was just thinking about that.
Oh, yeah. Not all states can sound... Well, the stupidest one I think is Oregonian.
Oregonian?
That's what you say for Oregon.
Why is that
Oregonian? That's stupid.
What would you call it?
Well, you don't say I live in Oregon. So it sounds
Oregonian?
Stupid. Oregonian? Oregonian? That sounds more like them as a personality as a whole. I'm an Oregonian.
Yeah.
As opposed to Oregonian.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. It sounds too classy or something like that. But then you do that for for the cities too.
What?
Do it for cities.
No,
not just the
Who
states.
Does it for
cities? Yeah.
I'm a Huntington Beachian.
Well, I lived in Lodi when I was a little kid, California, and it was right next to Stockton, and they called them Stocktonians. It's true fact.
Really?
You can look it up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
That's right. Californian, Oregonian. Do another one. Tennessean.
Tennessean.
That works.
New Yorker.
New Yorker? Yeah, how come they get a cool one?
Yeah.
New York. It's not New Yorkian.
Idahoan. That sucks.
Idahoan.
Idahoan?
Yeah, Idahoan. This is a
Okay.
stupid conversation. Idaho. An Idaho man inflates 10 balloons in 60 seconds. So picture that.
Okay.
Why is that not a big deal to you? That's incredible.
Maybe
What a
60
talent.
balloons in 10 seconds.
What?
Wait, how many in how many seconds?
10 balloons in 60 seconds. That's a minute.
I
Okay,
could
10
do that.
balloons. You could not do that.
Yeah,
Somebody
I
go
could
get
do
me.
that.
Could we?
10
I need to see
balloons
that.
in a minute.
Yeah,
That's
10
a whole
balloons in a
minute.
minute. That's 60 seconds. You are very good at this. Yes.
I could do that.
You could?
Yeah.
Okay. 10 balloons. You realize that's a lot.
If I was hydrated enough, or else I would pass out.
Using only his nostril.
Oh. Okay. He gets it. I'll give it to him. Can't do that with my nostrils.
This is recent too. This is this
Ugh,
month.
all the
An
snot going in those.
You don't know if he had a cold. He may have just.
Yeah, but he
Had,
probably got nose hairs or something in there.
I'm sure he did. Yeah. After the balloons were filled, he passed the balloons to his mother, who then sucked the air out of the balloons.
Ah, that's a lie you're
No.
saying.
Yeah, it is a lie.
There's no way it's
I was really trying to just one up you there with the. An Idaho man broke. Oh, that's the other thing. He broke a Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that
Good for you,
cool?
guy.
By using his nose to inflate 10 balloons in 1 minute. Now, I haven't seen a picture of this or a video, but I hope there's one because I don't know if he stuck like a balloon in each nostril and then just went to town.
Yeah.
And like just, that might be, you know.
How do you have
How
strong
he does
enough nostrils to do that?
Huh?
How do you, like, that's not enough. Balloons, you really have to go, like, you really have to get your air in there to blow them up.
Yeah.
You can't, it's so much different from your mouth to your nose.
You know, I was just thinking if he did have a cold when he blew him up, that would be the ultimate water balloon.
Ew. Gross.
That would be. I would bring those. That gives me so many ideas because we could have a water balloon fight here at the house, like it's some special thing, and you could just not know the contents of the inside. David Rush is the guy's name, and he broke a Guinness Book of World Records, that's funny too because that means other people have done it before him.
Oh, yeah.
And thought,
that's a thing.
people are just looking for ways to be in the book.
Yeah. I mean, how cool is that to say that you're in the book?
It's very cool, but that means we need to come up with like some ideas to create things. A new competition. What do you call it?
You want to
know?
be in the book, you're saying?
Of course, yeah. We just have to come. Listen, it has not always been in the book that somebody's going to blow up a balloon with their nostril.
Oh, yeah. Come up with a new one. Instead
Every
of
time you
beating
hear
someone.
about the Guinness Book of World Records, what's the first thing that you think of? How could that even be a thing? Never even heard of that.
Oh, I thought you were
What do
going
you
to
mean
ask
it's a world?
me what, like, one I think of. Because the one that I do think of is the one where he pulls a car by his earlobes.
Ooh. That's hard to see. That's
That
hard
one's
to watch.
gross.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have more.
Okay.
David Rush, who has broken nearly 250 Guinness World Records to
Oh.
promote STEM education. Don't know what that is. Said he first took aim at the balloon inflating world record about 5 years ago, but issues included cold seasons and allergy seasons kept him from exceeding the previous record of 9 balloons.
Wow.
Wow.
Good for you, David.
I wonder if I need to do 11 balloons. I mean, it's already here in front of me. I'm sure I could do it. Rush said the Guinness rules required each balloon to be inflated with the nose tied off and out of his hands by the end of the 60-second time period. Wow. Well, of course, somebody's going to have to
Yeah.
tie him up,
That's
right?
crazy.
He successfully captured the record by inflating 10 balloons at the allotted time. And the previous record was set in 2016 by fellow serial record breaker Ashrita Furman. Oh, wow. Oh, look at this. There's a video, Maddie.
Yeah. Let's see this.
Hey there, folks. It's David Rush going after the Guinness World Records title for the most balloons inflated in 1 minute using the nose.
Only the nose.
Oh, it's breaking up.
It is.
9, and that's my target today. Hey there, folks. It's David Rush here. Boy, does that feel good. 10 balloons inflated in 1 minute.
What?
Oh, he did it, but he didn't show it, or what?
You're not
Oh,
gonna show us?
He is showing it. Look. That's fast. Look how fast. Look. Three blows.
Wow. He looks goofy.
It does look stupid.
That's the funniest thing ever.
I think I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
No, I really think I'm gonna try that. I like that. I could do 11 balloons, I bet. Hey, look at this one. Monkey. You're gonna like this one. Mischievous monkey swipes cell phone, calls 911 at California sanctuary.
No way.
Yes.
What kind of monkey?
It is called a cappuccino.
I love cappuccino monkeys.
It's not called
Capuchin?
a cappuccino.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, but my hope was just that you would repeat it and say, I love cappuccino monkeys.
I did.
Yes, you did. Oh
Let me
my gosh,
see.
in August too. Look, there he is right there. There's a picture of him. Sheriff's deputies responded to a 911 call from a wildlife sanctuary in California, and they were surprised to discover that the call had apparently been placed by an inquisitive capuchin. Is that
Capuchin?
capuchin? Is that what you say?
That's
Capuchin
what
monkey?
I say. I don't know what the world
All right.
says.
All right. They say cappuccino. The San Luis Obispo County Sheriff's Office said in a Facebook post that dispatchers received a 911 call this week that quickly disconnected, and attempts to call the number back were not answered.
Do you think he knew what he was doing?
Yes. Absolutely. I think
Does it say he
I
did?
think this is how the call went. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be like out in the wild in a jungle somewhere. And they have me in a zoo.
That was the
It's incredibly sad.
biggest dad joke.
How is that a dad joke? How is it a dad joke?
Perfect thing the father would do and
It
say
was?
about this. Yes.
What I just said was hilarious to everybody but you.
Okay.
It's funny that he called 911, don't you think?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you said you do a monkey impersonation. You told me that recently, which you have not actually proven yourself yet. So this would be the perfect moment to tell me how you think the call to 911 went.
Okay, ready?
Yes. I want to hear this. Oh my God. I did not expect that at all. if you, when you first started, I was gonna say, "Uh-oh, this better get better." I shouldn't have asked for this.
You have to start quiet because they always go like, yeah, that was good.
Not bad, right?
Yeah, mine was better.
Chris said it sucked. Go ahead, do it. If you. Chris is just like, if I scream as loud as I can.
You ever been to a zoo?
Yes, I've been to a zoo many times.
Try checking out the chimpanzees.
I know about the chimpanzees, and I'm pretty sure you were just screaming. You sounded like a screaming human. Listen to my monkey impersonation, everybody. Ah! 911's gonna get called on us by a neighbor. The whole family's in there. They're all screaming. Something terrible is going on. Deputies went to the source of the call. I got to put this down for a second and tell you that while we're talking about it. Did I ever tell you about my experience at a zoo when I was probably, I don't know, 19?
Did you get poop thrown at you?
18, 19. No, I mean, that stuff happens to me a lot. But in this particular time, you're not supposed to feed these guys.
The monkeys?
Yeah.
The chimpanzees?
Yeah, you're not supposed to feed them. And sometimes they'll give you, certain things. Sometimes zoos will be like, you can do this, you got to pay for it or something. Mm-hmm. But this zoo, this was, I'm going to call myself out in public right now. This was Mickey's Grove Park, okay? Mickey's Grove Zoo in Lodi, California.
Okay.
So now you know where this happened in case there's anybody who still works there from 30 years ago.
Listening to this.
Yeah. Oh, that's what happened to Bob. You're going to be wondering. And you can't feed these guys, but you did anyway, and everybody did, because you buy those. Remember those really nasty square popcorn chunks? People it's like square. It looks like a brick. Looks like a small brick, but it's all popcorn. You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
And then it's like different colored popcorn.
No.
All stuck together.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Really? Okay.
Popcorn bricks.
Popcorn bricks. People listening to this, I promise at least half the people know exactly. They're picturing it in their head right now.
I'm picturing it.
You can buy it at the zoo, snack bars, stuff like that. You unwrap this thing, you eat it, it's all stuck together. It's like a little treat,
Okay.
It's kind of sugary. And so I got this
Like a rice cake?
It's a little bit like a rice cake, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Give me a second here. This is going to drive me nuts. Popcorn, snack. I'm going to say from the 80s.
Okay.
It probably is. Let me see. I get Crunch and Munch. I get Fiddle Faddles. Apparently that was...
Crunch and Munch Fiddle Faddles?
Yes. Colored. Maybe if I type in brick. There it is. You've never seen these?
Nope. Looks like a Rice Krispie.
Okay. They come just like that. So these things are very popular in snack bars and stuff. Even our school.
I don't know about
When I
anymore.
went to school, you could buy it at lunch.
Maybe
in the
those
snack
are
bar.
old. Maybe they don't make them anymore.
So anyway, that was a real popular thing. You break off a little piece, toss it into the cage, when nobody was looking or whatever.
Okay.
And I had gum that I was chewing. Mm-hmm. And I thought this is a perfect opportunity to see how the monkey would feel about gum.
About gum?
Yeah. So it was all nicely chewed. It had been in my mouth for probably an hour or so,
Okay.
It still had a little bit of sweetness left. And I looked, and when nobody was looking, I took this gum out. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. I just realized that people are going to get pissed at this. They're going to hate this
People
story.
aren't gonna like
I should not. Should I say this story? I shouldn't
Yeah, just
say
say
it.
it. Just say it.
I should?
Yeah.
People are going to hate this.
What? Yeah.
I took the gum out of my mouth, and when nobody was looking, I kind of made it if you make it into a ball, you can get it to where it's not too sticky. You can put a little dirt on it from your fingers. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then you flick it into the cage. He was so excited to see this gum. He was so excited because people are throwing him popcorn and treats and stuff whenever
Yeah.
people are. And then so he sees this gum, and he goes over. He takes it like this. He starts doing this with it like this, stretching it out. And then he puts it back like this. He's looking like this at
Chewing
everybody.
it up.
And I'm watching him, right? And he's pretty calm. He's just very excited about this. And then he opens his mouth. It's all sticking everywhere. And he opens his mouth and he starts going. He's pulling it, stretching it like this, and it's getting all over the place. And he gets so mad because the gum was making such a mess. He started shaking the cage.
This is not real.
Oh, that's 100%
That's
real.
real. That's hilarious.
My friends were with me. They thought it was hilarious, the whole thing, It's just hysterical.
That's
Terrible
terrible.
thing to do to a monkey.
Terrible.
Really bad.
Yeah.
And
That has nothing to do with this.
that's a story that should be in the news.
Yeah. It's a disgusting story.
It is, yeah. People couldn't hear Chris because there's a noise gate on this mic, so they probably couldn't even hear him. So that'll probably be a good thing. I don't think I want to tell that story. Do you have any crazy stories that should be in the news?
News stories?
No, it could be anything. News stories. Yes. New,
I
old.
almost got kidnapped.
What?
Me and Sabrina almost got kidnapped.
Oh, yeah.
I've actually had to tell this story 2 times in
That's
the
right.
past 2 weeks because people just
Oh,
for
really?
whatever reason brought it up. And so, yeah.
They've asked you if you've ever been kidnapped?
Yeah. Or something of the sort. So kidnapping was brought up and I was like, I was almost kidnapped.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell the story. Then.
Okay, so basically in downtown Huntington Beach, they do these little street fairs every Tuesday. And Sabrina and I drove down there with Chris and his friend. And Sabrina and I my friend at the time, ended up just hanging out, just us. And we were going on a little walk. And we walked to the street across from that wasn't as busy. Mm-hmm. And as we're walking and talking, Sabrina goes, "Hey, this guy behind us is following us." And I was like, okay. I think we were 14 at the time. I was like, all right, don't really know what to do. So let's walk a little faster to see if he really is. And if he walks faster, Mm-hmm. And so we start walking faster and as does he. And so it was probably 9 or 10. I think it was 9 at night. And so everything was closed. And Bruxy the lights were on, but the door was locked, but there was someone inside, a worker, cleaning. And so Sabrina and I ran up and we were knocking on the door, trying to get open. And he was just not even looking at us. And so we were okay, he's not going to open the door. So we turn the corner and start walking again. Eventually I can feel this man breathing on our necks. And so I turn around and he goes, "Are you guys looking for boyfriends tonight?" And I said, I said, "No, we're not." Mm-hmm. We started running. All of a sudden, right when we start running, 2 other guys come up out of nowhere. They weren't there the whole time. It was just that one guy. And then we start running. They come up. They must have been in their 20s. And I don't know if this was just a sex trafficking thing or if they were just wasted and just whatever. Mm-hmm. Don't know and still don't know what the situation was, but we start running. They start chasing us. And so we're crossing streets and going through alleys and finally somehow lost them and hid in a bush of some random person's front yard. And I called Chris and I was like, "You need to pick me up." I don't remember what I said exactly, but I was I don't even know if I told him someone was following us. I was just "You need to pick us up right now." And I think he I sent him my location or something, and he and his friend came and picked us up. And then we went to the police station to tell him, and he was like, "Well, there's really nothing I can do." He asked for their description, and so we told him what he was wearing or what he looked like, but nothing ever happened because he didn't touch us, so there was nothing he could do about it.
That must have been really scary.
That was so scary. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Thinking back about it, I was definitely really scared. We did all the wrong things, I think, because we were running into alleys where no one was, and we weren't yelling or screaming. Mm-hmm. We were just but also adrenaline was super high, and we were kids. We were 14, so we didn't know what to do. We just ran and somehow outran them.
Wow.
And that's the story about how I almost got kidnapped.
That's not a fun story. That's awful. I'm your dad.
I told
across
Jazzy
the
that.
Table here. Yeah, I remember when that happened.
You
came
do?
on. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, and it's funny because as a 14-year-old, how I viewed that, I was actually very, very upset, not because I almost got kidnapped, but because Sabrina and I weren't allowed to hang out downtown at night anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like as a 14-year-old, I was like, I was like, don't tell mom, don't tell dad. They're not going
Yeah.
to let us hang out. Like,
Yeah.
we're not going to go to the street fair anymore. And I was
I don't
more
think-
upset about that than
Yeah.
the fact
I
that
don't
we
think
almost died.
I don't think we came down hard on you guys, on you. I don't think. I think it was more like that was an experience to learn a lesson from, right? So
Yeah,
Don't
but
you think?
still, it was like, no, you guys were still really upset. You were like, you were not supposed to be down there alone.
yeah,
But yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I told Jazzy, and she goes, well, at least you can tell people you got kidnapped.
Jasmine said
Or
that?
almost got, yeah, I was like, what?
She's thinking about
She was
the
like,
long term.
yeah, for the story.
The story. You have a story to tell
It's a
now.
great story. I was like, you're right.
Can help other people, avoid that maybe somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. Silly story. You want to go to a silly story?
Okay.
Okay. Man who needed change. This is actually a great story.
Okay.
Man who needed change for a laundry machine wins $250,000 in a scratch off.
How?
A North
Oh,
Carolina.
he just bought. Oh.
A North Carolina man who won a $250,000 prize from a scratch-off lottery ticket said he only bought the $5 ticket because he needed the quarters to do laundry.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. What good luck.
Juan Garcia, 22, of Durham, told the North Carolina Educational Lottery officials he stopped at University Market in Durham because he needed quarters to do the laundry. He bought a $5 Megabucks ticket. I was in disbelief, he said, blah, blah, blah. Garcia said his winnings will help him care for his 6-month-old daughter.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Yep, $250,000 is going to buy a lot of diapers.
Yeah.
This is definitely a huge step toward our one-day dream home, he said.
Aw, that's awesome. See, that went to the right person probably.
Probably did. Probably did.
20 young father with a newborn.
Yes. Oh, listen to this. I forgot about this one. Carpenter's message in a bottle found in school spire. What is a spire?
I don't know. How's it spelled?
86 years later, a message found in a bottle. And it says, workers restoring school. Oh, it's in Australia. So whatever spire is over there. They have different words for things over there. Spire could be something totally that we use every day here, but it's called something different.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, they'll call a shopping cart a buggy.
Oh, buggy. Yeah.
It's a buggy.
Get that buggy.
Yeah. Workers restoring a school in Australia discovered a message in a bottle stashed in school spire by one of the carpenters who originally constructed the structure in 1935.
Ah, that's so cool.
Wow. Junction Park State School in Annerley, a suburb of Brisbane, Queensland, said the heritage restorations worker found the bottle while working on restoring the spire. The note dated October 12th, 1935. It was authored by then 16-year-old apprentice carpenter Gordon Benson.
Oh my gosh.
Benson wrote that he hoped the note would find its way to his children or grandchildren. The school hosted a ceremony Tuesday where Transport Minister Mark Bailey presented the note to Jeffrey Benson and Marilyn Blundell, 2 of Benson's 5 children. Oh, nice.
That's cool.
So it did end up
That
going
is
there.
really cool. Did they read what it said?
Yeah, they did a whole
What did they say?
thing. Well, now I'm out of the story. What did the note say?
Yeah. What did the note in the bottle say?
Let me see. No. It doesn't say what
man.
the note says. No, wait.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, they did. It said Benson wrote, this is what he wrote. I hope the note would find its, isn't that it? That's it.
No, that's
Benson
not
wrote,
what-
he said Gordon Benson wrote, he hoped the note would find its way to his children or
Of
grandchildren.
course, probably like at the end of the note.
Oh, you're saying there's got to be context
Yeah.
of the note. It can't just say, I hope someone finds this someday. For no reason.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I wonder what it said.
It doesn't say in the article for some reason, but that's pretty cool. That kind of makes me want to write special. I've thought about that often. Did you know that? Buried treasure. or secret notes someplace, and you think like 50 or 100 years down the road, somebody will actually find it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Did you know there's a story about Johnny Cash? You know how Johnny Cash, when he was little, his brother, who died when he was very young because of the saw accident. You remember that? You saw Walk the Line, right?
Yeah, it was a long time ago, though.
Okay. His brother, when it starts out when he's a kid, and his brother has an accident in it with a saw, and terrible accident, and he ends up dying. And there is a story out there. I can't remember where I heard this from, but on one of Johnny Cash's properties, like his house or something like that, that he actually had the bloodied clothes from his brother and buried it like in a box out in his property somewhere. So whoever owns that property today would be out there on the property somewhere, but nobody's looked it up, I
Found
guess.
it,
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Hey, we need hey Chris, can you leave like the wide shot on for a minute and then just run and grab Jasmine real quick? And while Chris does that, because we want her to come back in it, because we missed her last time, and we were gonna have her talk about the whole social media media stuff.
Right.
So you like this movie, this crawdad movie?
Yes, it was so cool.
Is it about catching crawdads?
No.
It's not?
No.
But Reese Witherspoon is in it.
No.
Yeah, she is.
No, she's not.
It's her name's on the credits and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
When was she in the movie? I cannot even picture her in the movie.
But she produced it.
Oh, yeah, she's
What's it
probably
called?
a producer.
It's a Reese Witherspoon movie.
I'm gonna look that up right now.
It is. I know for a fact it is.
Okay.
Because it was even listed that way in the trailer. I do want to see that movie really bad. It looks incredible.
It was great. The movie's about a girl who grows up in the marsh and her family abandons her, and she gets put on trial for a murder. And so basically they walk you through the trial and
Really?
her life since she was like a little baby. And
Is there a lot of trial stuff, a lot of court stuff?
yes, and it's very,
There is.
very good. It's very interesting.
Wow. The trailer didn't show a lot of that. It showed most of the storyline
really?
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
She's coming?
Nope.
How come? No idea where she is. Okay, watch this. We're going to do
Yeah,
this.
just call her.
Live on the air. Call Jasmine.
Giving Jazzy a call. And all of the actors were incredible.
That's great. I can't wait. Anybody that was like recognizable that you knew?
No,
Really?
but you probably would.
Maybe.
Do you know Tom Milton?
Nope.
Really?
Never heard of
I
it.
feel like I even knew him.
Huh?
I don't know. I figured I saw him in something else because he looked familiar.
Mom might be gone with the kids. Maybe that's why we can't get a hold of her.
Oh, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Mom's not here.
Okay, you want to? I'm going to tell you another one. Ready?
Another story.
Yes.
Okay.
Michigan man, this is another lottery story. Michigan man thought $751,000 lottery jackpot was a computer glitch. A Michigan man said that he thought there was something wrong with his lottery account when he logged in and saw lottery account.
I didn't know that existed.
I didn't even know. What are you talking about? Oh, people who play the lottery on a regular basis probably know exactly what this is. And saw a $751,265 prize from a Fantasy 5 drawing.
Wow.
Wow. Chris plays the lottery. Did you know that?
Chris plays the lottery?
Yeah, he likes it. He's hoping
Why?
for that one day, right, Chris?
Of course, he says.
Yeah, I don't do it. National Cuban Sandwich Day started as a reporter's attempt at a hoax.
Okay, explain.
National Cuban Sandwich Day, an annual August 23rd celebration of the popular food item, was started in 2016 by Tampa Bay Times reporter who set out to conduct a hoax, but ended up with an actual holiday. He did it as a joke.
And it became one?
It sort of took, it caught on.
Is that still a thing?
Christopher Spada, a staff reporter from the Tampa Bay Times, said he became fascinated by food holidays in 2016. I am too. That's incredible. Is there a pickle day?
Oh, probably.
It's got to be a pickle
There's
day.
a day for everything.
But then there's got to be a fried pickle day or
Yeah. There is.
Yeah. So that means that
Definitely.
there's only 365 days out of the year. So that means that every single day has got to be multiple
There are.
food.
Yeah, there's
holidays in
multiple
one
different
day.
ones. Let's see
And
what.
set up-
Well, let's see what today is.
Okay. Oh yeah.
While you
That's a
talk.
great idea. And set out to see if he could create one of his own and have it spread across the country. I had long had the vague notion that at some point I'd try my hand at creating one of these food holidays that you've no doubt seen jamming up your social media feeds, telling you that it's National Taco Day or National Hot Dog Day. He said he chose the Cuban Sandwich, a Tampa native sandwich consisting of ham, roasted pork, pickles, and mustard on Cuban bread as the subject of his holiday, and August 23rd as the date.
I was just about to say that's today. Did you know that?
What?
Did you know that it was National Cuban Sandwich Day when you?
Wow. Well, people listening to this are now going to know that we're recording this and filming this
Oh,
on
that's okay.
August 23rd. Yeah, that's totally fine. That's
Did you know
interesting, though,
that?
No, I didn't. I just looked up a holiday. I just looked up this story and I clicked on it. That's really weird
So
that it's
weird.
today.
It's also National Ride the Wind Day. I don't know what that means. National
Ride the
Sponge
Wind.
Cake Day. Ayo, sponge cake.
Sponge cake is good. Wait, if there's a sponge cake day, is there an angel food cake day too, and a pound cake day?
Probably. What's
Is there
Ride the
something
Wind?
for everything? Ride the wind? I don't know.
It was made by a
Wow.
cyclist and a hang glider pilot.
This just happened.
What happened?
This Cuban
Sandwich Day.
thing just happened. And
Cuban
he created a
Sandwich
Facebook
Day.
group and it took off.
Yeah.
People apparently
I'm in
love
that
these
group.
things. I've never had one in my life.
You're missing out.
Have you ever had one in your life?
I've had many
You
in
have
my
not.
life.
Cuban sandwich. You
Cuban
have not.
sandwich. I order it everywhere.
You do not. Lies.
Anywhere I go. You got Cuban sandwich on the menu?
I'll take it. I wrote
That's
back
for
to
me.
every single person who responded with any interest on Facebook in the Cuban Sandwich Day, told them my name, that I was a reporter, and explained how I had invented the whole thing. I expected at least some of them to be angry. None of them were.
Let's create our own day.
Please.
Because it would work.
Like food?
Well, it doesn't have
Day
to be food, but just
or-
something like national. What are you looking at me like I'm crazy for?
I'm not. I think it's great. I just
Oh.
want to hear the ideas.
Okay.
Come up with our own. I think it should be food. But could
Okay.
we come up with like a dumb food that nobody's ever had?
Like
Like some special,
snake and omelet day.
Ew. Yes. Snake and omelet day. Except nobody could actually celebrate it.
Well,
I mean, they could. I doubt they would want to.
yeah.
Well, that has been it. I know this episode was a little bit shorter, but that's okay. We will see you next time. And please don't forget, everybody, to follow us at The Jack Vale Show on literally everything: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of that kind of stuff. If you'd like to email us, you can do that as well at thejackvaleshow@gmail. If you'd like to, if you have a business or a sponsorship, something that you want us to talk about on here, or a news story idea, like some of these crazy stories that we talked about here, we would love to.
Or
to-
if you have a
to do
guest
that again.
recommendation.
A guest recommendation. Who do you want us to talk to? Because it is happening. We're in sort of a temporary location at the moment, filming here. So as soon as we get that permanently established, we're going to start bringing in guests. We'll talk to you guys later.
See ya.
See you next week.